Meetings come to order. Thanks, everyone, for coming.
Good.
Alicia, do we have a quorum, please?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Contreras is present, Councilmember Van Zandt is present, Councilmember Renenbaum is present, Mayor Moss is present, Councilmember Young is present, Councilmember Carmel is absent.
Okay, would you all stand, and could we all please observe a moment of silence, please? Thank you. Thank you. And God bless America. This time, Carol is going to come and lead us in the pledge, our municipal judge. Flag's right here, Carol.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, we have staff recognition, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Grimes.
We have some accomplishments we want to recognize for 3 of our staff members. We have court administrator, the court judge, and the city secretary. How do y'all want to? Is it yours or mine? Carol Gant. I butchered it for 2 years. I'm sorry. Carol Gant is the court judge, the municipal judge. She does a wonderful job here. And these guys have had a hard time with COVID in the past couple of years, and they have some very special recognitions that we'd like to give them.
Thank you. I'm here tonight to recognize my court administrator, our court administrator, Michelle Lowe. This is Joni May, the court administrator for the city of Hudson Oaks. And Miss May submitted Michelle to the North Texas chapter of the Texas Municipal Court Clerk Association. And she has been presented the Professionalism Award. It's a once-in-a-lifetime award. And I want to read a little bit, real quick, what this is all about. The purpose of the award is to recognize an outstanding person in a municipal court or justice court who has in some way exemplified professionalism or who has helped the court system in an extraordinary way. The nomination should be submitted for performance above the expected job standards, accomplishments of a major achievement, development or presentation of a program benefiting a court or court personnel, and/or involvement action in a court-related professional organization or any service that brings honor, public awareness, or enhances the image to our court. This award, like I said, may only be received one time. Michelle works for the city of Willow Park, which is a small city similar to mine. This is Joni's words. And as you can imagine, their training budget is not huge. They work with limited resources. Getting a level 3 certification is very difficult and requires a lot of time commitment. With one deputy clerk to back her up, Michelle is working hard to obtain her training and education required to achieve her goal. She's friendly, kind, and willing to help the other small courts around her. As a small court next door, I want to say I'm proud of her for her accomplishment, and it's exciting to soon have a level 3 court next door to me as well. Thank you. Those are very sweet words. And I'd like to add to that, Michelle's my left hand. I'm left-handed, let me explain. I've always believed a smart judge, no matter the size of the court or the legal education background of that court, is a judge who relies on their clerk to keep them straight. Michelle exemplifies the type of clerk a judge can and should rely on. Prior to the pandemic shutdown, Michelle had procured a contract for new court case management software that will more than readily handle electronic processes internally, better than the current limited software she inherited. When all our worlds went into a spin in March of 2020, Michelle maintained a level head, immediately implemented new processes to keep the court functioning through electronic means externally to her limited record management software. Short of the few months we were all shut down awaiting direction from the Office of Court Administration, the court has continued to handle all cases presented in the most timely manner possible while she continues to keep me straight. So,
Thank you. pledge? Hold on, we need to get a picture. Rose?
She's coming. Hey.
Count of three. 1, 2, 3.
And we need our friend from Hudson Oaks in there also.
Yes.
Please.
She has pretty hair like mine.
Ladies, can y'all go just a little bit that way? We're getting kind of glare from the telephone. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Michelle, I want to brag on you real quick.
Okay.
So I apologize. I'm kind of I got discombobulated a little bit. Michelle has one of the hardest jobs at the city. Routinely, people walk in here and they just got a traffic ticket, and so usually she's getting the worst of people on a day in and day out basis, and she has taken quite a bit of abuse from our happy customers. And she does it with a smile on her face, and she does it with a manner of professionalism. And I want to commend you. I see it every day, and I kind of just take it for granted. But she does a great job with what she does. We couldn't run this court without you. And so I just want to tell you on behalf of the staff, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, and she's not here, but I couldn't do it without Jamie. So, just so that's clear. She's my left-hand person. This is for Carol. I just want to recognize her. She's been doing, I don't really know that much about this program yet. It is do you want to tell them kind of what it is? Because, let me just read this. Okay, I'll just read this.
National Court Manager, just go ahead and read it.
Okay. Judge Gant was among 49 court administrators, clerk, managers, and supervisors from municipal courts throughout Texas to graduate on December 9, 2020 with the Certified Court Manager credential from the Institute of Court Management. ICM is the educational arm of the National Center of State Courts, NCSC. NCSC, founded in 1971, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving the administration of justice by providing leadership, research, technology, and education services to the state courts. Since 2000, over 2,000 court professionals from across the U.S., Canada, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands have achieved this certification. Prior to the participation in the ICM Purposes and Responsibilities of Courts course in early December, Judge Gant completed 5 courses in court administration, accountability and court performance, budget and physical management, case flow and workflow management, project management for courts, and workforce management. Participants completing all 6 courses were recognized in a virtual graduation ceremony on December 9, 2020. Judge Gant has been with the city since April 2018. On behalf of the city, I would like to present this certificate to Judge Gant and recognize her for all her accomplishments and continued help and knowledge with the court and court staff, and also with the city. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication and all that you do to help us with our processes and procedures and keep us going on a daily basis. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Grimes.
You want to?
Present yourself.
Yes.
All by myself. I think there was a song like that, wasn't there?
I think so.
So, Rose, you guys? The final staff recognition today is for Alicia Smith. On January 28th, City Secretary Alicia Smith was recertified by the Texas Municipal Clerk Certification Program. To maintain her certification, Alicia had to complete 72 hours of classroom instruction and a selection of additional education options over the last 2 years, while still working full-time for the city. The certification program located at the University of North Texas is the only university-level professional education program for city clerks and secretaries in the state of Texas. Alicia has been an indispensable member of the Willow Park staff leadership since 2017, and we are thrilled for the opportunity to recognize her. Thank you for your dedicated service, time, and commitment.
That's a great one. Thanks, guys.
Alicia does a great job for us. I have one more that's not on the agenda. It just came to my attention today. Tomorrow will be the 21st work anniversary of Candy Scott.
Oh, well.
21 years with the city of Willow Park.
Very
And
good.
so she's been keeping this one a secret. So we will recognize her at the next council meeting, but I know she's watching at home. So congratulations, Candy. I still expect to see you at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Alicia, are there any public comments?
No, sir.
Thank you. Item number 1, to consider an act on a request by James and Ruby J. Simmons to abandon a 30-foot road easement and a 60-foot road easement on Block 15 and Block 16.
Minutes.
I'm sorry, I missed the minutes. We need to approve the minutes for the January 12th meeting, I'm sorry.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from regular meeting January 12th.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Now we'll go to item number 1. To consider an act on a request by James and Ruby J. Simmons to abandon a 30-foot road easement and a 60-foot road easement on Block 15 and Block 16 El Chico Addition located on Chuckwagon Trail. Miss Betty?
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. and Ms. Simmons own Block 15 and Block 16. Rose, could you pull up my exhibit? Thank you. And in Block 15 and 16 of the El Chico Addition, these lots are located on Chuckwagon Trail. The 2 blocks total 9.365 acres, and the Simmons are requesting that the 30-foot easement adjacent to Block 16 be abandoned and vacated, and they also are requesting the 60-foot easement between Block 15 and 16 be abandoned. There are no utilities located in these right-of-way easements. You may remember, I think it was back in 18, we abandoned another portion of this right-of-way easement to the south. And then back in '07, there was another 60-foot right-of-way easement, which was abandoned and vacated. The Simmons are actually building a home on these properties, and they will, once the abandonment is approved and vacated, they will come back and replat the properties into one lot.
Okay, thank
If
you,
you have any
Betty.
questions, it comes forth with a favorable recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission, and you do have ordinance 824-21, which would need to be adopted if you concur.
Okay, someone make a motion with the ordinance?
I'll make a motion, with the ordinance?
Yes.
You'd read the caption. Here.
I can read it. Do you want me to?
I got it. I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance 824-21. An ordinance abandoning that certain 30-foot right-of-way easement within Block 16, El Chico Addition, and that certain 60-foot right-of-way easement within Blocks 15 and 16, El Chico Addition, providing for the terms and conditions of abandonment, providing for an effective date.
Thank you.
Second.
We have a second? Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Item number 2, to consider and act on an ordinance to order the May 1, 2021 general election for the election of the office of mayor, council member, place number 1, and council member, place number 2. Alicia?
Yes, sir. This is just the yearly call the election, and then if we do have opponents to the incumbents, then we will continue with that. But if they aren't opposed, then we will cancel the election.
Okay. We need a motion to act on that ordinance, please.
I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance 825-21, ordinance ordering general municipal election to be held on May 1st, 2021 for the purpose of electing a mayor, council member for place number 1, a council member for place number 2, designating a polling place within the municipal limits, appointing a presiding election judge and alternating presiding election judge, establishing other procedures for the conduct of the election, providing a severability clause, providing for publication of notice, and providing for an effective date.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any other questions or discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Item number 3, to consider and act on the annual racial profiling report. Captain Franklin.
Evening, Mayor, Council. What you should have in your packets before you is the 2020 Willow Park Racial Profiling Report. A review of the report shows that there is no evidence or any signs of racial profiling by the Willow Park police officers. I'm able to answer any questions if you have it.
That's a good report.
It is.
Do we have a motion to accept the report?
I'll make a motion that we accept the report.
Second.
Any other discussion or questions for Captain Franklin? All in favor? Thank you, Captain Franklin. Item number 4, to consider and act on authorizing staff to submit a PIF to TWDB for the purpose of refunding private placement debt. Mr. Bryan.
Derek, you want to start and I'll finish?
Sure. So this is the document that has to be submitted to the Texas Water Development Board in order to apply for reimbursement of the loan for the general obligation loan that you guys took out to fund the overage on the Fort Worth water line. The PIF, it's a project information form. They take them every year at a certain time so that they can rank them and determine who they're going to fund. It is not an application and it's not a commitment on your part to accept funding. Just gives them a breakdown of what you're requesting, again, so they can rank it, and then they will do that, and within a few months, they'll come back, and if they do decide to offer to you an opportunity for the funding, then you would submit an application at that time. This is exactly the same process we went through when we submitted for the original project. If you look through, and this is the document you have in your packet, it's, I don't know, a dozen pages or so. Somewhere toward the back, there is a cost estimate. And in this case.
That's not in y'all's packet.
It is
We-
not?
No.
It's not.
Didn't get it, okay. That's okay. But, so there's a estimated cost sheet that they require. And in this case, the only thing on the sheet is the reimbursement cost. So it's a single item, it's not it doesn't break it down by construction and different things. And then there's general legal and financial expenses that would be involved in getting the loan process through the water board. So I think the total amount of the loan after the reduction for the credits from the loan is $6.25 million, I believe. And the financial advisor, Eric, went back and determined, or he came up with a ballpark outside number for the interest in the interim. And we applied that, and then the financial cost involved in getting the general loan processed is included as well. So that total for the reimbursement was $7.085 million. And then if you add in the financial cost that would be required to get it processed through the board, which is roughly $100,000. So the total request that we're sending in is $7.187 million. And if you recall, some of you may recall on the last round of this, when you submit these, you want to shoot high because you can always lower that number when you put in the application, but you can't raise it. So the effort here was to make it a little higher than we think it needs to be. The interest, I think Eric shot pretty high on the interest intentionally for that reason, and I added a little bit in on the financial side for that as well. So total ask is $7.187 million. What will happen is if you approve this, we'll turn around and submit it within a day or so. It's due by March 3rd. But we'll get it submitted. They'll review it. Again, it'll take them probably 4 months or so, maybe longer, depending on the impact of COVID and different things. But they'll have it out sometime this summer as far as the rankings, and they'll send an invitation to you guys to submit an application. There's no guarantee that they'll do it. However, this being an expansion of an existing project, puts you pretty high in the ranking. So I don't really see a scenario where they don't. And also, when you're talking about forgiveness or grant money, that tends to go pretty fast, but they give loans. They'll have loan money available for you guys far into the process. So that's pretty much it. The rest of the document is just a description of what we're asking for and some basic data about the city that they require. Are there any questions?
Derek, I think you said, so we're putting 7.18 in this PIF. If we receive the invitation, which we expect to, that number can only go down, is what you're saying? So, or is there?
Technically, you can't increase it.
Okay.
We
So
actually
what's-
have
Okay.
for you guys.
Okay, so because I was thinking, as we are already in this process of potentially even going out for bids, we should have a better number by the time.
Exactly.
Okay,
And we should have a better feel for the interest as well.
right,
So.
okay, perfect. Okay, thank you.
Do we have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion that we authorize staff to submit the PIF for the purpose, to the TWDB for the purpose of refunding the private debt.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any other questions for Derek? All in favor? Thank you. Thank you, Derek. Item number 5, to consider an act on improving an agreement with Jacob and Martin for GIS services. Michelle?
Council, as the mayor stated, I'm asking y'all to approve an agreement with Jacob and Martin for GIS services. The agreement includes currently would have water, sewer, and zoning as the base to get started with. We could add additional layers into the GIS later on, but we want to get a start because right now, Public Works is working off of nothing but paper maps, and it's very hard when we're out in an emergency. You get wet, they tear, that type. With going to the online system, we will also be able to edit while we're out there. And by editing, we're on the ground, we have a valve right there, we can add it to our system right then and there. The proposed agreement also provides for an online portal that the community would be able to log into and look at as well. I will say it's going to be abbreviated to what the staff is going to see, because we're going to have all of our infrastructure. They're going to see basic water lines, sewer lines, and the zoning. It's not just meant for us. Development will also be able to use it. I think the fire department has some plans for it. So it will be a multi-department use. The cost is going to be $8,500, which is a one-time development fee, and then a $5,100 maintenance cost after that yearly. Y'all have any questions?
Is that for the updates and all, or?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So this will tell us developers, a lot of the citizens, how big the water lines are in certain locations, and
They'll have to go through development to get that information. That falls under Homeland Security. But yes, that will be accessible to them.
right. So we will know digitally where everything's at versus having to look at all these different.
That's
pieces of
our
paper.
plan. Yes, sir.
Does this extend into the, I'm sorry, does this extend into the ETJ as well, or? how-
Yes, sir. It will include that. Any of our infrastructure that's out there, so.
Okay.
How much is the initial setup, the 8,500, is that tough books for everybody? What's the hardware that comes with that? Or is it
It's just the online, it's not, we have, currently in my department, we have 3 iPads. When we
Okay.
have an emergency, one of us is always on the scene with the,
the iPad?
The iPad,
And then the
so-
software will just be downloaded on our current iPads?
it's actually online, so it'll be cloud-based.
Okay, perfect.
Do you have enough iPads?
Yeah, that's my worry.
I'll need one more at some point, but this will get us started.
Brian, take care of that, will you?
Yes, sir.
When will this go into effect?
So Will Duggar is the one handling it. He said it would take him about 45 days, but because they already have so much of our information, he said 25 to 30.
Very good. All right, thanks, Michelle. Any other questions for Michelle? Do we have a motion? Go ahead.
Real
I'm sorry.
quick, just as a point, as we want to add more layers, we can do that, so it's expandable if we need it. Bernie has a thing with stop signs, so.
I do too, that's okay, so.
So from a budget standpoint, where's this coming at?
So we can bring this, we can probably split it 50/50 between development and public works. It'll be a minimal cost, $8,500 up front, and then the $5,100 is due in a year.
Okay.
We'll get the $5,100 into the next year's budget, no problem.
Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we enter into an agreement with Jacob and Martin Engineering to supply an online geographic information system.
Second?
Second.
Any other questions? All in favor? Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. We're going to go to,
You want to do mayor's comments and stuff?
yes.
Yeah.
Any council members have any comments?
I guess the only thing, I don't know if I'm going to go first, just want to make sure everyone knows we have a public hearing at our next meeting at the end of the month regarding the stormwater drainage rates. So we'd love to hear feedback from the citizens. There's information on the website, and that was in the newsletter. So look that over and let us know if you have any questions or concerns, and please get comments in before that public hearing or show up and let us know at the public hearing.
Okay, I have nothing further. Mr. Grimes?
I have a note here given to me by two staff. We have a blood drive on February the 18th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Public Safety Building. I look forward to all of us being over there and giving blood and helping Chief Lenore out.
Thanks, Chief, for doing that.
Do we have a little rivalry between PD and fire about who's going to do most?
Do we have an over and under yet?
I'll get with you later.
All right, if there's not anything else,
I just got to make one announcement. Parks meeting is canceled on February 11th.
Yes.
And we're going to reschedule it for February the 25th. It'll be on our website at 6 p.m.
February 25th, okay. All right, thank you.
Y'all have anything?
No, no. I'm good. I was just going to ask about the park progress, but we don't have an agenda item. We are making extreme progress. I mean, if you've been by the parks recently, you can see where the construction of the park equipment has gone up. So that should be done for the next couple of weeks, and then you'll see the all-inclusive surface will be poured next. So we're getting real close. Next time that we meet, I will be able to report back completion date, but we are on schedule. We are on task to complete on time.
It looks great.
Thank you.
Thank you. This time, we're going into executive session at 7:29 p.m. We'll ask everyone to clear the room, please.